All right, guys. I went through and I picked out a CD that is just horrendous. I'm going to wait for you guys to get in here, but I want you to see how bad this is. Now, I did not do this, okay? This is how I got this CD. Uh, I am not endorsed by JFJ Pro, and this is only the second time I'm doing this. But you can see that disc is in bad, bad shape. Now, I don't even know if I can get it all out. I think there might even be something stuck on this. We're going to find out what happens. So I bolted it in because every video I watched, everybody struggled with putting the nut on and off. That's the machine itself. And what happens is you put your disc that you're going to use right here, and the edge of the CD lays on this and it spins, and it causes the CD to spin. So it looks like nobody got notifications. So here we go. This does take some time. I'm using coarse sandpaper, and you've seen how bad that disc was. I'm going to set it for a minute. Most people online were doing 10 seconds, 20 seconds most. This one's in bad shape. I'm not going to say that this game's playable. And unfortunately, I don't have PS2 to test it. I am going to go to GameStop and buy a PS2 so I can test this stuff. But I'm running it for a minute. The scratches were pretty bad. And I'll see what I can see. If I can see any scratches, I'm going to run it again. This is just a test. This is to teach me how to do this stuff. There's only so much you can do. You can watch a video for so long, and then you got to actually do it. There is a minute in between, so we got to just chit chat. But as you can tell, I am out here working still, and I'm going to work most of the day. I want to get a lot done. I want to get a lot of product listed. I want to get a lot of things cleaned up underneath. And she's done. Let's see what she looks like. So, what you're going to see, let me turn the camera around. What you're going to see is it's going to look like a dull disc. Okay? What I'm looking for is just like when I did a car, if you look at it at the right angle, you'll be able to see if there's any deep scratches that you missed. I don't really see any. Now, you won't know until you actually put polish on it. That's the one thing with these really bad discs, is that I may have to do it 2 or 3 times before I get it to a point where it's okay. Let me see if I can get this one over here. And this one was just as bad. And I don't know if you can see that now. That is pristine. There are a couple little marks. I would sell this as very good. Most of them I'm going to put as acceptable, because it seems like what everybody in the category does. And people are saying, well, you shouldn't tell them it's resurfaced. I'm going to put that it's resurfaced and tested and see how I do, because I want to be honest with people. So I'm going to leave the CD on there, but I got to change the sandpaper. It comes with 2 grits. It comes with a coarse grit and a fine grit. So I'm going to put the fine grit on here now. And I'm also going to run that for a minute. The last disc, I probably sanded on it 4 or 5 times. 10 seconds, 20 seconds. It took me quite a while. So, just want to make sure that wing nut is tight. So, there it goes. It's set for a minute. We're going to see what happens. Then we'll polish it twice for 2 minutes. And you'll be able to see what happens with this disc live. You may not be able to see the detailed scratches, but if there are any, I will tell you that there's scratches in it. I'm not looking to get over on anybody. I'm looking to show you that this ain't a bad way to hustle a buck. Um, you can't do one disc at a time. You can't let this be the only thing you're doing. Like, I really should be listing the disc as they come out. I may list the disc. I have to watch and make sure nothing blows away. It's starting to get a little windy. I need to make sure that see how this works, man. I mean, honestly, this is the second disc I ran. The first one I played with and I got it. All right, this is one I'm trying to see if I can get it. Guys, it looks like I may have it. It looks like I may have it with 2 minutes on the disc. We'll see in a second. Now, when I put this pad in, I'm putting the buffer pad in now. Yes, that's me using my teeth to hold the edge of the bag because I got the camera in one hand and I'm not a one-hand paper hanger. Let me turn this camera around. I want to show you how much of this material I'm putting on here. I put very little. Okay, I put it right here. And as you can see, I put barely any. And then what happens is, I hope you can see that, the CD is going to push it into the pad, and then you start the machine for 2 minutes. So while that's running, we'll talk about it. I'm not going to swear that this disc is going to be perfect. This is my second disc, guys. And I believe I can set this up as a system over coffee. What I'm thinking is I put the course paper in and I run them all for 40 seconds or a minute or whatever I feel they need once I have a little bit of a system. And then I run the whole stack. Doom, 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 doom. So I'm not changing pads in between each disc. I'm just going to run them all. And then I run all the disc on the fine paper, run all the disc on the first compound, and then I run all the disc on the second compound, buff them clean with a hand cloth, list them, and sell them. I believe I can build a pretty good system that will allow me to drink coffee in the morning and just sit here with the machine and work with the machine. I don't know that it's going to make me $1 million, but I do believe in a short period of time, I will be able to have a decent income if I wanted to. As you can see, the machine is spinning here, guys. All right, it's working. It's a 2 minute process. It runs for 2 minutes, and then we'll be able to see the disc. Hey, how are you? I'm running the JFJ Pro, Easy Pro. It's a CD resurfacer polisher. And this is actually a live test. It's the second disc that I've done, and it's done. And let's see what we have. Guys, I'm going to tell you, you're not going to be able to see it, but there's a couple little marks. I'm hoping there's one right there. There's a couple little marks in this disc. Nothing major. I don't believe that's a scratch. I believe if I run this on the compound one more time, it's going to be extremely nice, and it should pop right in and work. I'm going to run that same grit of polish. These guys, so you know, there is a little bit of grit in this polish. As you can see, I mean 2 small dabs there, guys. I then press the CD down into it, set it for 2 minutes, and we'll see what happens. I really was hoping I had a lot of people watching this because I was hoping somebody had actually done it before. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. Listen, I'll get this. I'll make it so that it's a system. Anybody that I could actually put somebody at the machine and they would be able to run my system. I really believe to do it properly. I mean, if I was going to do this on any type of scale, if I really was going to do this on any type of scale, I probably would invest in 4 of these machines and run a heavy grit in one, a fine grit in the second one, the blue polish in the third one, and the white polish in the fourth one, and I would just run them through all day long if I was working on any kind of volume at all. Now, the one thing I was thinking about while that thing's running, I'm opening up this other one. That is a refrigerator that I never use. And this is a cabinet that I have no idea. A friend of mine gave me these Grey Goose vodka glasses that he made by hand for traveling. Hell, now I know where my Dymo printer is. There's my Dymo printer. Who the hell knows what's in there? But I was thinking about cleaning this out because the nice part of this thing is that you unlock it. Oops, there's my flagpole. And it slides out. And I would have a little bit of a countertop to work on. It gets dusty, but I could clean it off. But I could get rid of that refrigerator. Possibly build some kind of cabinet in there for the machine, so the machine would slide out and I could work, slide out, put the disc in, slide it back in while it's running. I have electricity right there. So I have everything I need. Sounds like the machine's done. Let's take a look. I don't know why I'm showing you me. Probably because I get dizzy when I walk with the camera the other way. All right, guys, I see there's a death. Then I don't know if I can pick it up. There's one good scratch in here. I don't know what the value of this CD is. There it is. See it? I don't know what the value of this CD is. I can tell you Bertha's making a noise and I don't know why. Bertha's making a noise because somebody's watching the RV next to me. I heard a noise. I thought it was coming from underneath. There's a kid out here working in his freaking heat, making a good living, watching the RV next to me. So there's a scratch in here. I don't know if I should try and get it out. Can somebody do me a favor and look on eBay real quick? Whoops. I don't know if I can get this thing off with one hand. Hold on, for me to get that scratch out, I'm going to have to sand this again. The polish is not going to take it off of there. Polish is not going to get it out of there. So, do I risk this game? I know it'll play. I know that will play. I know it will. I could see the rest of it. Although I got a ring. I think this is what they call the death ring. Can you see that ring? Yeah, I can see it. I think I may be a little deep now on it, guys. I don't know if I want to try to go further or not. All right, I'm done. I don't think I'm going to go any further than that. I think I may be a little too deep already. I'm not sure. I'm going to polish it and see what happens. Listen, when I sell these, I will describe them accurately. I'm not going to... I'm not going to not tell somebody what they're getting. Sorry. This is the finishing compound, the white one. So I'm going to put 2 little dabs again. I cannot, listen, if I already damaged this CD, I can't hurt it. I need to buff it, so it's got to be done. 4 machines and a teenager. You're absolutely right, Arthur. I believe you could turn a decent profit with these game CD, with these game disc, just selling disc after they've been resurfaced. We'll see here in a minute. Maybe what I need to do is put everything up, which is a royal pain in the butt. Put everything up and go buy a PlayStation 2. Because in this cabinet, I have a TV, so I can open it up and set it up so I can test them right here. And that's probably what I'm going to do. I don't know where GameStop is from here. I don't think it's too far. Go to GameStop, buy a PlayStation 2, and I'll be able to test them, and I'll be able to see if they work. And I'll be able to show you that it doesn't work, that I can polish it, and that it does work. I've seen people do that on YouTube. So guys, for now, I'm just going to go ahead and go, because I'm going to start putting everything up, because the next thing is does this disc actually work? I really don't know. I need to find out, and to test it, I'm going to have to buy a PlayStation 2. So I'm off to GameStop to buy a PlayStation 2 and see what happens. All right, guys. Watch for me to be back this afternoon. God loves you. God bless. And get off your ass and go to work. I'm having fun today. All right, I'm out.